Welcome back to Paul and Benny. I'm Benny, and today I'm making golden fried rice with tuna. This is amazing. This is my favorite dish to make when I have a ton of rice left over. You know, I've tried fried rice, but there's so many ways it can go wrong. And the last thing I need is Uncle Roger to come for me when I make my fried rice.
Hiya.
Golden fried rice is a lot easier. It comes out so like granular. Every rice is individual. It just makes a really savory, delicious, filling dish out of not a lot of ingredients. And speaking of ingredients, let's get into it. So here's the ingredients you'll need to make golden fried rice with tuna. First thing you'll need is the rice. Now, day-old rice is a must. It's really dry, makes it ideal for frying. Also, you'll need 3 to 4 egg yolks. Of course, you'll need some tuna. You'll need green onions. I have 5 here. I'm gonna use 4 of the green onions in the dish, and then I'm gonna use 1 green onion to sprinkle on top once it's all cooked. Some fish sauce. You don't necessarily need this, but it's definitely good to add some of that flavor, make it more of like a salty, fishy flavor. And then you'll need some toasted sesame seeds, and then also you'll need some mayo. So I like QB mayo just because it does squeeze easier on top, but you can put regular mayo in a squeeze bottle and finish that on top of your dish. And of course you'll need a large mixing bowl and a couple small bowls to separate your egg whites from your egg yolks. These are all the ingredients, and don't worry, we'll go ahead and put all of those down in the description as well. Okay, so let's get started. First, you're just gonna wanna chop your green onions. This is gonna go in the oil. Oh yeah, I forgot to say that you'll need some oil for frying. I use avocado oil, but these are just gonna go in the oil to flavor the oil. That's really big, is you want to flavor the oil first before you add in anything else. And now we need to separate our egg whites from our egg yolks. And this gets a little bit messy, but the easiest way to do that is either in the shell or with your hand. Oh no. Okay, so see, I knocked it in there. Let's take it out, shake off all the excess goop. Little white string, throw that in there. All right. Yeah, see, these are really small. I guess they're about average, but I'm still gonna use 4. I really like to coat the rice with the egg yolks thoroughly. If you only use 3, it might be a little bit shy of covering every single grain of rice. And that's the one thing I really love about this recipe, is that the grains, they're like, when you take a bite, you can feel almost every individual rice in your mouth. It's so good, so good. So here we have our egg yolks. We're gonna mix the rice with the egg yolks. I just like to get in there and use my hands, so I'm just gonna dump all this rice in here. And yes, rice is really sticky. I usually use gloves, but I don't have any. So then you just get the egg yolks, pour them in here, get all of that in there, and then just go to town. Yes. And the big thing with this is, see how it's like kind of clumpy? You want to separate those clumps. Kind of focus on those and get the egg yolk really on there. And then you'll also see why they call it golden fried rice. It's gold. All right, so once that's thoroughly coated every grain of rice, and don't try to smash it. If you try to smash it, it's gonna come out a weird texture. You should have no pre-formed clumps in there. All right, now let's get this cooking. So for this, you want to pour about 2 tablespoons of oil in here, 2 to 3 tablespoons in here. So you want to get the oil nice and hot. I have it on high heat just to bring this up to really high temperature. Getting the oil this hot and throwing in the green onions is really going to flavor the oil. Now let's add the green onions to this. Get it in the oil to get that oil nice and flavored with green onion. Now green onion burns really easily, so you're going to want to let it sit about 30-45 seconds. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in with the rice. Now this all happens really, really fast. All right, so get this nice and mixed up with that green onion oil. You can smell this, it smells so good. Now I did turn this down to like a medium high, and then I see it sticking just a little bit on the bottom there. I'm gonna actually just add a little bit more oil. This is very much one of those recipes that because once you make it a few times, you're gonna know, all right, I like more green onion, I like less green onion. I need a little bit more oil, I need a little bit less oil. It's very open to interpretation, which I love about this, because no matter how you cook it, it always comes out good. All right, so then you want to create a well and throw your tuna in there. Then you want to cook the tuna, get it nice and incorporated into the rice. Oh, it smells so good already. Okay, so now that you're at this spot, keep it still going, keep it still cooking, but I like to add some fish sauce. This just enhances the fish flavor and gives it a nice color to it. Now, if you've never had fish sauce, maybe try a little bit at first, because it is very pungent in smell and flavor, but I love it. So then you just let it sit, let it cook just for about 15 seconds and then flip it. Ooh, this is coming out great for the camera. All right, now see this little brown spot? That's what I love. You say burnt, I say flavor. All right, so we're pretty much done. I'm gonna turn off the heat. So I'm gonna let that sit and go get a bowl to put this in. All right, so we're gonna scoop this to the side. Now, look at that. I know it's steamy, but you can see it's like super crumbly. I like the big chunks of tuna still in there. The green onion is cooked, but not burnt. So I'm gonna plate this up and then we're gonna taste it. Okay, so let's plate this up. I have my green onions at the top, little bowl, spoon. Oh, yes. Then you wanna come in with your Kewpie. Sprinkle it with some green onions on the top. Don't forget your sesame seeds. Look at that. Gorgeous. Now it's time to taste it. Again, this is one of my favorite dishes, so I'm a little bit biased, but I'm just gonna dig in here. Oh, yes. You need to try this. You definitely need to try this. Oh my God. It sounds crazy, but the mayo is what makes it. So the mayo makes it nice and creamy. You definitely want to put a lot on there. I put a little bit, but I'll probably put a little bit more. Yes. And then the green onion, when you bite into it, oh, it's just so cooked and toasted flavor. I love the fish sauce on it. I think it's important. It definitely adds more flavor to it. If you don't like it, substitute maybe soy sauce. You can definitely top this with soy sauce. This is amazing. And if you're enjoying this video, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you get notified when I make delicious recipes like this one. As always, I'm Benny. Super grateful for my golden fried rice with tuna and super grateful for you watching. Paul's missing out. I might eat this whole thing.